Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for June 23rd to the 30th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You know, we're going to jump right in for the rest of June. We are here. The luckiest day of the year, the luckiest and one of the best new moons of 2025 as well. This is Dream Maker energy. You're going to feel this. This is part of your big change, the Great Awakening, Ascension, all of that. But everything that's happening right now with this, right? It's all part of you exploring these new horizons. You are entering uncharted territory. New things are happening for you, and you're turning your dreams into reality. That's what Saturn conjuncting Neptune and Aries is doing for you a lot in that third house area. We'll talk about that, but look at what's happening. This is big. One of the reasons why is because you know at this point, a lot of these planets, fresh new signs, some where it's been, hundreds of years, right? Including Pluto in your sign. And then all these aspects, the majority of the aspects that I'm going to show you, they're still at those fresh new beginnings, like the degrees of fresh new beginnings, like those early degrees. It's bonkers. And there's a lot happening in fixed signs. All right. So this is, honestly, welcome to your brand new era. You're here. All right. So glad to see the smile on your face. All right. You're going to feel a lot of this in your bones. It's going to be visceral. Okay. Nirvanic. And for you, again, a lot of this adventurous, let's go forth. Let's see what happens with this, testing things out, launching new things. There's a lot happening for you now, okay? Very new territory and a lot of consciousness expanding, a lot of spiritual energy as well. That's the other thing. If you're watching for your sun, moon, rising, I said in my last live stream, what's happening now? Every sign is impacted greatly because every modality is impacted at these early degrees, especially coming after the solstice that we talked about last week. That's big. That's big. So what does this mean? Did you see your annual forecast? And I've been saying it for months now. This is a year with what's happening. Nobody on earth has ever experienced what we're going through. So you're going through fresh new energy you've never experienced, okay? And we're talking modern human history. And you're basically on the brink of this radical change, all right? You're going to see a lot of it unfold for the next 6 months. But let's get started. You, on Monday, June 23rd, I squeezed in Mars sextile Jupiter. That's still happening. Remember, that happened the day before. And what I was going to tell you, Aquarius, of all the signs that's gonna really feel change, it's gonna be you. Because did you notice the crazy thing that happened? And I forgot to mention it last week, but Mars was in Cancer and Leo. Cancer and Leo, flip-flopping back and forth, the retrogrades, all of that. Remember, it started back in September. So Mars, the planet of action, passion, drive, all of that, was in only 2 signs for 10 months. Almost a full, big. This is big because Mars is now in Virgo. And the first sign outside of those 2 signs, your 8th house. And I tried to make this clear last week. I'm going to make it clear now. That is the 8th house, okay? And that is a house of death and rebirth. So again, when I say every sign is going through big change, you're going to go through big change for that until August 6th with Mars here, especially with work, your everyday activities, your lifestyle, your routines, as well as health matters. There may be some changes. There may be changes with partnerships and relationships, and as well as money. Remember, you have the North Node in Pisces in your 2nd house of income, salary, but you got Mars in Virgo. That is shared resources, assets, inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, royalties, joint bank accounts, all of that, loans, taxes, that's all in the mix here. So you remember the South Node is in Virgo. Like you're learning lessons here, but at the end of the day, it's transformation. The eighth house is transformation. Who rules the eighth house? Pluto. Where's Pluto? In your sign. So do you see the overlap? You're going to go through some enormous changes. All right. Now, Monday, June 23rd. Actually, it's not, you see Sun squared Neptune. We talked about last week, just avoid those delusions, escapism, confusion. You'll be fine. All right. Just vibrate at those higher frequencies of Neptune, compassion, kindness, love. If you feel that someone's pulling you into their low frequency energy, don't let anyone ever take your power. Yeah. You got Pluto in your sign. You have a lot of power. And I'm going to tell you why you're going to have a lot more. But when you have Mars in Virgo, that's a lot of power too. All right. So, remember, if you find that happening, you be the better person in the situation, but also try to pull them out of their low energy frequency. That's what karma is, right? We're always working with our karma. Monday, the other thing is, and yeah, there may be some, here's the thing. The moon is going to be in Gemini Monday and Tuesday, all right? This is kind of a big deal, because you're going to have the moon in Gemini on the luckiest day of the year, June 24th. But on Monday, I want you to pay attention to this. The moon in Gemini is going to trine Pluto in your sign. So there is something here where you may be having a lot in processing, brainstorming, ideas, communication. There's something here that's stimulating for you. But also at the same time, you're going to go really deep, all right? Because Mercury's also, it's going to square Chiron. There's something here with work. There's something here with the way that you're communicating, something that you feel that you need to communicate. Communicate. Diplomatically, of course. That's all right? And Mercury square Chiron, yeah, there may be something from the past, memories that come up around this time. Chiron is the wounded healer. You're working with these old wounds, right? The subconscious as well. Process it. If things come up, don't push it to the side. Process it until you're at that point where you're like, okay, I know what I have to do, or I know why I'm thinking about this, and then leave it in the past, because you don't want to bring that energy into Tuesday, June 24th, right? And remember, Neptune and Chiron and Saturn are in Aries in your third house of the mind anyway. So you are going to be processing things. Tuesday, and I'm an Aquarius if you're new to my channel. We're in this together, Team Aquarius. Now, Tuesday, June 24th, here we are, the Jupiter Cazimi. It's happening. It's amazing. It happens once a year. You get this once a year, and it kicks off a new cycle for a year, all right? This is the luckiest day of the year. This is the sun with Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, and luck, profit, expansion, abundance, wisdom. There's something really big happening for you here. And again, remember, you've got this happening in Cancer. So you've got stuff at home and family. We're going to talk about Mercury sextile Uranus. All right. You've got stuff happening, home, family, parents, grandparents, children, possibly even like real estate. Are you buying property? Right. A lot of y'all maybe still, as well as there could be like health matters. But remember, it's the sun and Jupiter. It's vitality. It's good health. It's all of that. There's maybe some things are taken care of, and as well as pets. Some of y'all may be getting pets around this time. But here's the thing. The sixth house is your everyday activities. A lot of y'all may be getting new jobs, new work, maybe bringing new work in. Maybe if you're, have your agency, you're getting new clients. You're getting blessed is what I'm saying in this area. You have the two biggest planets in the entire solar system fusing their energies, merging their energies. It's a conjunction. This is helping you expand your horizons. This is special, and it is a seeding point. All right. Think of conjunctions as a seeding point for your personal growth, your spiritual growth. It's a boost that you're getting right now. And remember, it's touching your North Node, right? So second house, money, income, salary. We have work, careers, all of that to make money. All right. As well as your 11th house, your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. There's something really great here. Okay. Yeah. Jupiter, remember, is exalted in Cancer. So it does its best in Cancer for all signs. Jupiter is the greater benefic. And so what this means is he has the resources that you need to support you. So you benefit, but he's exalted. He has a surplus of resources. He expands. And this is the sun. And so this Kazemi is all about hope and optimism and good spirits and joy. Think of the sun card, the Wheel of Fortune, both like together, right? This is happening right off the heels of the solstice. I told you that's a big time. It marks a season of growth and expansion and abundance. And what are the chances it happens at the same time we have Jupiter in Cancer, the first time in 12 years. So again, you are going to feel this in a really big way, and you are going to be transforming through that process, or you're going to be transforming things in your life to apply to everything that I just said, because you have Jupiter, Mars sextiling Jupiter, right? So again, this is your personal transformation. There's something here with money, resources as well. All right. Your everyday activities. And Mars is all about action. You know that. And sextiles are windows of opportunity to help you thrive and grow and prosper. So take that action, please. Take that action. You've got this huge portal, this huge window. You have to give energy here. No if, ands, or buts, or waits. Actually, wait 1 second while I'm just joking. Anyway, Aquarius, this is happening right at the new moon. That's why this is so special and so important. Okay, so develop those new visions that you have, structures, goals. A lot of y'all have moved into new territory anyway. You've begun new things anyway. You've been planning new things anyway, so you can further the ones that you're on now. Okay, again, this is the sun and Jupiter. This is love. This is gratitude. It's enlightenment. It's the self-belief. Vibrate at that frequency. The sun and Jupiter's high frequency. Okay, create that reality that you deserve. Seize the day. You're Aquarius, all right? Nothing's in your way. And you know everything is energy. And listen, when Mars is in your 8th, you really want to take action, okay? And I say this all the time. Everything is energy. That's you. That includes you and your feelings and your thoughts and the words that come out of your mouth, the things that you write down. You're putting things into existence, okay? So high frequency, okay? High frequency, just the way that you take action with Mars, right? The way that you have breakthroughs with Uranus, the way you feel love and comfort with Venus. That's the same thing, all right? With the sun and Jupiter. Use it, and you can rewire your brain, right? I'm saying this with all this Gemini energy, which is the brain, it's the mind. This is big. You're going to really feel this. Especially because remember that trine to Pluto, and then next month, Uranus moving into Gemini for 8 years, trining Pluto in your sign, you are really going to feel this. You're going to be very stimulated. You're going to have a lot of breakthroughs, but find that inspiration, feel bliss. This is a time of brand new energies, like I said. When I say that, you are entering a new world, literally a new world, right? A new era and a new you. Please take advantage. All right. I want the best for you. So with this Kazemi, a lot of y'all, like I said, are already feeling it. A lot of you are going to feel it the day of, days before, days after, but we all have different birth charts. Every Aquarius is going to feel it in different ways at different times. I've talked about divine timing. Some of y'all may see some things emerge a week later, 2 weeks later. Remember, this is a year cycle, but this is the hot spot right here. Plant them seeds. All right. Plant them seeds. You're going to see a big shift because look at Wednesday, June 25th. We have the new moon in Cancer. At 6:30 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. If you want to convert that to wherever you live in the world, but it's so early in the morning, it's basically on top of the Kazemi. So what does that even mean? I mean, that's a Jupiter Kazemi supercharging this new moon. All right. You've got the energies of both of this together. And this, like I said, one of the best new moons of the year, the luckiest, right? The moon rules Cancer. You have a new moon in Cancer. It's at home. And when I say it's at home, it rules the fourth house, which is home and family and the foundations of your life. And what are the chances this new moon just happens to be at 4 degrees? Come on. That is the Cancer degree. Everything is aligning in ways where it's just, you can't make this up. And then in numerology, by the way, 4 is a material. It is practical. It's like a foundation building. It's, structure. It's all of that. A sense of balance and direction. So again, you have a supercharged new moon in your 6th house of everyday activities, lifestyle, work, pets, health. Everything's changing. All right. And I'm going to give you a couple extra things because there were some signs that I had some audio issues. So I'm going to give them extra, but I'm just going to do it for all the signs. All right. Here's the thing. The last time we had a new moon conjunct Jupiter, and I want you to think about this, that was March 2nd, 2022. It was in Pisces. So there was something there where a lot of y'all could have gotten new work, new jobs, promotions, something with money. You could have gotten a car. Something big came into your world, physical world, something about your self-worth, self-value. That was a new moon. That was honestly we had the North Node in Taurus at the time. A lot of this was home. You had home stuff happening, family stuff happening anyway, but it was all about learning about values around this time. Now, here's the thing. This new moon conjuncting Jupiter takes the cake. Again, everything else that's happening, very different from what was happening back in March 2022. And it's been that long. We have a new moon every month. It's been that long, many years since we've had one, okay? Conjuncting Jupiter. So Jupiter is coming over to your place, right? Giving you all this luck and abundance, showing up with crystals. Jupiter sextiling Mars, huge. Huge. All of this is sextiling Mars then. All of this, right? And so again, that is in your 8th house of everything changing for you. Big transformation. Big. And then again, a lot of focus on money and partnerships, to be honest. And then you see the overlap here, right? You've got Mars in Virgo in your 8th, but then Virgo natively rules the 6th house where Jupiter, the Sun, Moon, Mercury, they're all at right now this week for you. So really big emphasis on everything that I just said, all of that. All right. So anyway, the other thing is, yeah, you do see the Sun sextile Mars too. We'll talk about that. You feel that all week. You feel that all week. So you're going to feel empowered. You're going to have this strong sense of direction. You're going to have this optimism. It's leadering up energy with Saturn conjuncting Neptune as well. Just have fun with this. Have fun with this. All right. Be open to opportunities. I would not be surprised if you create new opportunities for yourself. This is all about success and you're going to have it. Okay. Remember, you got to vibrate at that frequency. With the Sun thrown in, with Jupiter thrown in, it's all about self-belief. You will have it. You have to believe in yourself, okay? That's the thing here. Remember, Saturn, Neptune, they're asking you to be that leader, leadering up, all right? So, and that could just be role model or a hero, like the super mom for your family. It can be a global scale, however you want it, all right? So, the other thing is remember to practice patience with Saturn and Aries. That's all it is, all right? I've talked about this. Wax on, wax off. Good things come to those who wait, right? And they will come because I told you this new moon takes the cake. Now, another thing I'm going to tell you because you are going to freak out. You're going to love this. Mark this in your calendar. I'm going to give you something extra here. The next time we have the new moon conjunct Jupiter, it's going to be August 15th, 2026. Yeah? So that's not far away. Remember, I said we have a new moon every month, and we have one a year from now. That's great. That's great. Conjuncting Jupiter. Now, what makes that so different? And that one takes the entire cake store, the entire cake factory. That is an eclipse. Conjuncting right with Jupiter. Mark your calendar because it's happening in Leo, and that is your 7th house. Partnerships, relationships, legal matters, contracts, Your relationship, one-on-one relationship, it can be your lawyer, agent, publicist, something new that you're bringing into your life. It's an eclipse with Jupiter. All right. It's big. Jupiter will be in Leo at that time. Your opposite sign. Okay. So really, really wonderful. I'm going to tell you something else too. That's really great, but just know that. Oh, by the way, I did a Saturn Neptune video for you. What you can expect as an Aquarius for the next 2 years. I talked about July and August because they're big months. I did little tarot readings for you too. Check that video out. I'll leave it at the end of this video, but just remember, the North Node is moving into your sign next year, Aquarius. When I say you're going through change, yeah. For 2 years, yeah. All right? Now, this new moon, again, this is a 6-month cycle like any other new moon. So, where do you want to be by December 2025? Plant them seeds. Set those intentions. You got it supercharged with Jupiter. All right? So, Jupiter in Cancer, by the way, I love the fact that it is in your 6th house. There is a sense of service to others. So a lot of things that you're doing is for the collective. You have Pluto in your sign. That's all about the collective. So you're doing things for others. And it's so special. It's really nice here. And Jupiter in Cancer is all about care, love, self-love, yeah? Humility, heart and soul. And I say it all the time. We don't have souls, right? Our souls have bodies. We're spiritual beings first, yeah? Having a human experience, okay? And as part of that package, we have hearts. And every time it beats, it generates energy. And there is a physiological component to it that when you have that gratitude, that high frequency, it swells, it expands into this super conscious love. And so that's what this new moon is all about. All right. It's mama bear energy. It's all about care and spreading love. And the reason I say this is when you set intentions on this day and carve out some time, do it from the heart. All right. Speak into the ether. What do you want? Speak to the moon, right? Put your energy out there. And especially after the solstice and in Cancer season with Jupiter in Cancer, that expands all of that. Whatever is growing from this, the rewards that you're going to reap. Remember, there's a sense of nurturing as well, nurturing everything that you're growing. So this is all about taking care of yourself as well, your loved ones, family, not overdoing it. Remember that leadership energy is strong. So much cardinal energy right now, right? Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn, Neptune in Aries. Like it's potent, okay? This is potent. And it is the last super new moon of the entire year. I made that sound bigger, but the year, okay? And that just means it's orbiting really close to Earth. You're really going to feel this, okay? Again, blessings, abundance, luck, and fortune. You get it all. Where do you want to be by December? Okay, remember, everything's aligning with Mars. Action, drive, passion. You have to take that action. Mars is helping you now. And then Mercury sextile Mars, or Mercury sextile Uranus, and the Sun sextile Mars as well. Again, you will feel that all week. They're overlapping this. That's how big this is. There is an immensity to these 2 days, okay? The Cazimi and the new moon. Please use this as a portal for you to create this new reality, this beautiful reality. It's a gift is what it is. Make it count, all right? So now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, or for your kid, your best friend, whoever, yeah, your pet rabbit, all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of course, they will really feel this the most, right? I'm going to throw in Sagittarius too. If you know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have planets 2 to 6 degrees in any of the water signs or Virgo and Taurus, because of a lot of other things happening, you're really going to feel this. All right. Now, Thursday, June 26th, here we go. Mercury sextile Uranus in Taurus, 29 degrees. The critical degree that it's a graduation. It's a peak moment. There's something culminating, right? Remember, parting gift when planets leave signs. Uranus leaving Taurus, okay? 2 weeks from now, moving into Gemini. And so at that 29 degree point, this is big. There's something here. There's something here where a lot of this energy will be home and family related and loved ones, your significant other, parents, children. This is a sextile as well. So what does this mean? Well, Mercury is the lower octave of Uranus, by the way. And Uranus is your ruler, the great awakener. So there is this bolt of clarity that you may have, this thinking outside the box, being very expressive. You may announce something. Maybe you say something surprising, or maybe you have this brilliant idea that comes out of nowhere that has to do with that domestic sector, everything within the realm of that, or work or health as well. The other thing is you can get good news out of nowhere. Mercury's the messenger. Yeah. So a lot of focus here on communication, ideas, travel, business, internet, social media as well. Pay attention. Family, big thing. Your local community. Remember, you do have Saturn and Neptune in Aries in the third. So that's that realm that's overlapping as well with Mercury. But Mercury is the mind, intellect, very innovative energy, future forward energy. I love this for you. It's a fortune cookie. This is a fortune cookie of an aspect. And again, it's a window of opportunity, and Uranus wants you to use it to have your breakthrough. That's what Uranus is. You will feel it this week, especially, with a Jupiter Cazimian for it. And then a few days after. And yes, there's more on the back here. All right. Now, how big is this? It's so big, unexpected messages, right? So big with the Cazimi and the new moon. Yes, you can have sliding door moments, right? You miss your train. You got on the second train. You were meant to because, hey, you're sitting right next to your soulmate. Y'all start chatting. There you go, right? So those right place, right time moments are very possible. Those kismet moments, the universe sending you those winks. Yeah. Of course, again, I said this, you got to be vibrating at the high frequency. You got to be at that, frequency of love and, self-love, inspiration, all of that. Okay. Kindness, all that. By the way, another extra thing I'm going to give you just so you can plan when we get to July 3rd, 4th, we will have the last Uranus and Taurus aspect, for the next 84 years. And because remember, Uranus will be moving into Gemini July 7th. Anyway, July 3rd, 4th, Venus will conjunct Uranus. You already have Venus and Taurus. You know that. It's a lot of great energy in the home sector for you. This is just wild. This is really beautiful. There's something here. There's something here with love, relationships, and money, and creativity and creative projects. And again, some of y'all are moving in with love, like maybe you got married, things like that. Or maybe you're doing some big renovations, you got the money for it, whatever it is. When we get to that point, just know that's the perfection. Okay, July 3rd, 4th. You start feeling it now. It builds until we get to that point. And I did a July astrology overview if you want to check that out. I talk a lot more about it. But the other big thing, remember how I told you what to expect in August? Well, this month, July, we will have a new moon in Leo. That's bonkers too. Bonkers good. And again, that's your opposite sign. Partnerships, relationships, one-on-one connections, legal matters, signing things, launching things that a lot of y'all are doing. So you see how everything is leading up to that new moon that's going to happen next month, okay, in Leo. Now, Mercury sextile Uranus, who's going to feel that the most? Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and I will be throwing in Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. All right? Now, if you have any planets between 27 to 29 degrees in any of the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Cancer, you're going to feel this the most. Now, you see the Sun sextile Mars that same day in Virgo. That's exact, okay? 5 degrees. The Sun and Mars are pretty much traveling at the same pace. So again, you will feel the Sun sextile Mars all week, right? And all after, the week after. It's big. This is really big. It's a powerhouse with Jupiter and Cancer at the same time. This is the Sun sextile Mars. This is that driving life force within you, that optimism. It's the Sun. Optimism, confidence, vitality is the Sun. Passion, drive, courage, Mars, action. This is enlightenment. You're going to feel physically, by the way, you're going to be physically active as well. And yes, romantically, if you want to, you got Mars and Virgo in the eighth. The eighth house is also sex, by the way, right? So if you're here for that. Anyway, this is Sun sextile Mars. It's so beautiful. It's so optimistic. You feel this charge. It's all about, healthy relationships. You really see that. It's heart and soul and the family at home. It's at work as well. Health, lifestyle, creative endeavors, all of this. You've got so much happening that's transforming you, and that you're checking things off your to-do list because you've got a lot of eggs in baskets. By the way, with Jupiter and Cancer in the 6th, like you are going to be busy with Mars and Virgo at the same time too, but at the same time, it's like whistle while you work energy because things are going your way. All right. Now, who's going to feel this aspect the most? It'll be Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then Cancer, Leo, Aries, Scorpio. I'm going to throw in two, but it's the Sun and Mars. Everyone's going to feel this strongly. And by the way, if you know your birth chart, if you have planets between 3 to 7 degrees in any of the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and or Cancer, you're going to feel the most. Now, what else is happening that day? Wow, look at what you got. You got Mercury in Leo. So everything that you've been experiencing, every action that you've been taking, everything that's been transpiring in your world for the past 2 months, when it comes to partnerships, relationships, legal matters, marriage, any of that, okay? You are now talking the talk. So Mars is basically handing the baton over to Mercury, okay? This is you thinking, processing, putting things into motion, communicating, having big conversations, but also with passion and romance, with love and the arts. It doesn't have to be just with love or work, or it can be even your recreations, hobbies. There's an element of like creativity here. It's nice. I like this. Okay. You're going to feel this strongly. Now, the other thing is, for a lot of y'all, you're really going to feel it, okay? Because Mercury natively rules your 5th anyway. Leo, that's his domain. And this is like kingmaker energy too. It's very royal. There's an element of fame here. There is something big that is going to happen for you that's really nice. And very transformative. And again, you can throw in money too. You've got Mars and Virgo, there's and partnerships that you're deepening. Now, and just so you know, sign anything, because this is all about legal matters for you, right? Sign anything before you get to the Mercury retrograde mid-July. Again, we'll talk about July. We'll do your July forecast next week. Now, not on the whiteboard, another thing that I think that you're going to love is this same day, Venus will sextile the North Node and trine the South Node. So what does this mean for you? Well, this is a big money day, okay, Aquarius? Because you have Venus trining the North Node in Pisces in your 2nd house of income, salary, finances, right? And then, or sextile, and then trining the South Node in Virgo in your 8th house of shared resources, investments, inheritance, royalties, everything I mentioned earlier. Big money day for you. Big. There may be something here with food too. And some of y'all you got Jupiter in Cancer, Mercury in Cancer. You got a lot of this Cancerian energy in your 6th. That's Virgo ruled. You have Mars in Virgo and the 8th. So basically, a lot of Aquarians are going to feel there may be something here that you're adjusting your diet, nutrition, food. Okay? FYI. But the big thing is Venus is not only love and creativity, it is a planet of money that's going to be trining and sextiling the nodes in the 2 money houses for only Aquariuses. So FYI, if you want to mark this day on your calendar where you have Mercury sextile Uranus, the Sun sextile Mars, Mercury moving into Leo, And now Venus sextiling the North Node, your destiny, your mission statement, your purpose, life purpose, all of that. Lessons in money too, with the nodes, with the South Node. I mean, people from the past could be coming up around too, or even, and remember, it doesn't have to be love and career. It can be, recreation as well. Big day for you, Aquarius, all right? Because you see Mercury trine Neptune? Yeah. So you're going to feel that at the same time. And Neptune is the higher octave, okay, of Venus. So there's something here very lovely and comforting and spiritual and soulful. Please play music this day. Both planets rule music. Yeah, I've told you. Sound is the key to the universe. Sound is vibration. It elevates you. Just play music. Trust me. And remember, Mercury is sextiling Uranus at the same time. You are going to have some breakthroughs. Yeah? Big ones. All right? Especially with Venus conjuncting Uranus that you're moving up to in just 2 weeks from now. And on this day, the fact that you have Venus as lover, Mars, giving you that window of opportunity by sextiling Jupiter and the Sun, you've got some big things this day. But again, these are the perfections. All of y'all are different. We're all, we're Team Aquarius, but we have different charts. So some of y'all are going to see this play out days before, days after, or on the day. Go get what you deserve, because it is Mars telling you you've got to take action for this. All right. Now, the last thing I am going to tell you, Aquarius, is there's going to be big changes for you in September, okay? Just remember I said that, and we'll talk about it when we get there, but that is eclipse season. I talk a lot more about it in that Saturn-Neptune video that I did for you. I'll leave at the end, but just one thing for you to know. This is how big the summer's going to be for you, and especially September. On September 1st, not only will Jupiter then have the perfect trine to the North Node, again, in your second house of money and income, Jupiter expands, brings you luck and good fortune. It will also sextile the South Node in Virgo in your 8th. That same day, September 1st, if you want to mark this in your calendar, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all the outer planets, are going to be in this mini trine, and it's pretty much all summer, like I told you. I told you Uranus is going to trine Pluto too, and that's going to be for several years. But this day, and even weeks before, weeks after, months before, I gotta look at it, but just mark around this time. But this day exactly, you're going to have the perfect trine with these three, with Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all at 1 degree. So again, you're going through some major change, because this is the degree of new beginnings. Pluto's in your sign. That's going to be trining Neptune in the 3rd, Uranus in the 5th. Uranus is your ruler, and so you see the connection here. Uranus will be in Gemini at that point, your BFF, fellow air sign, your 5th house of joy, pleasure, fun, family, children, true love, romance, creativity, creative projects, procreation, having babies. A big day for you. All right. Really, really big day. Now, Friday, June 27th and Saturday, June 28th. Let's do this in one go. You got Mercury trine Saturn and Neptune. Amazing. All right. Very fiery, right? Mercury in Leo, fire. Saturn in Aries, fire. This is at 1 degree. Yeah, that critical degree. Very new beginning. There's something big here that you're starting, you're talking about, you're having conversations, something with partnerships, relationships, legal matters, signing something if it has nothing to do with like one-on-one. But to be honest, this is all about, it's Saturn. It's all about commitments. It's all about long-term goals that you are setting in stone now. All right. So pay attention to this weekend. This is you talking the talk and walking the walk as that authority, that leadership role that Saturn wanted you to take on, and being very serious about it. Mars and Virgo is making you grounded, practical. You've got Neptune in the mix. Remember, turning your dreams into reality, but also bringing in that creativity, that compassion, that artistry. And with Saturn, you just being very serious about it now. You're like, I'm not messing around. I'm making this real. This is a big time for you. Mercury trine Neptune alone, that is so stimulating, right? That's so stimulating. Like, Mercury is the mind. You have Mercury trine Neptune in your third house of the mind. You're going to be stimulated, even visually stimulating. This is very poetic. Mercury trine Neptune for you is very spiritual. And here's the thing. You are going to, out of all the signs, you and one other sign, but you, this is a great time for advertising. It's a great time for PR. It's a great time for marketing your brand, your business, whatever it is. But also, if you're an artist or a painter or a creative writer, a lot of y'all are doing writing projects, by the way, in some capacity. Storytelling, all of that. Big. All right? Big, big, big. Big time for you. Use it. All right? Oscar Wilde had Mercury trine Neptune, by the way, FYI. All right. This is going to be a fun day for you. You're going to be tapping into your inner child. The moon's going to be in Leo. There's going to be a lot of emphasis on partnerships, relationships, one-on-one connections. Anyway, with these trines, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and air signs, Gemini, Libra, and you are going to feel this the most. Okay. If you know your chart, planets 0 to 3 degrees of any of the fire signs or air signs, you're really going to feel this. Now, Sunday, the 29th, June 29th, you're the only sign I'm going to be like, I'm going to spend a little time with you. Here's the thing. Just be mindful because Pluto is in your sign and you're going to have an opposition with Mercury, which is in Leo. So try not to take things too extreme with the way that you communicate or the way that you're thinking about partnerships, relationships, one-on-one connections, your publicist, your wedding planner, or legal matters. The thing is, the reason I say this for you, Aquarius, is because we will have the moon in Virgo that day conjunct Mars, but sextile the sun and Jupiter. We have a double sextile with 4 planets here. This is going to be a day you're going to feel. Remember, this is all happening in your 8th house. All right. So that can go really deep. So just remember, try not to go to extremes to say you can feel really empowered, though. That's the great thing here. There's going to be something that you really want to transform at this time. Like you're ready. You're ready. All right. So Aquarius, what a month. What a month. Let's see let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising for June 23rd to the 30th. Okay. Aquarius. Yep. How are y'all doing? Let's do it. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. I have to. I'm an Aquarius. I have to. And here's the thing. I love y'all. All right. And I know I'm losing my voice. So let's see what we got here. I love y'all. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. What a month. What a last. Okay. Let's see. There are some things you're gonna let go. There are some changes you're gonna make. Yeah. All right. Well, you got the sun. Amazing. So there you go. You're already feeling it. You're already feeling the Jupiter Cazimi with the sun conjuncting Jupiter, and then sun sextile Mars. All that like solar energy, right? Amazing. It's supercharging that new moon as you move into this. Like new things are happening for you. It's this rebirth. Remember, I said you've got Mars and the South Node, by the way, in Virgo, in your 8th. Death and rebirth, transformation. It's connected with Pluto. Pluto rules 8th. Like I said, Pluto's in your sign. You're going through transformation, but beautiful, right? Beautiful. It's like a rebirth, okay? This is vital. Everything I told you earlier, optimism. This is opportunities. Is the sun in tarot. If you ever got a tarot reading, it's a biggest yes in tarot. So there's something you're already getting something. Some things are already happening. And you see it's card 19. 1 + 9 = 10. So again, like rebirth 1, right? That's a 1. There's something new happening here. There's a sense of achievement. There's a sense of this optimism, this burst of it that feels really good and new. Now, you have the 9 of Swords in the heart of your spread. So, with all this new stuff, and I did say y'all are going to be busy. Don't overthink things. Don't overanalyze things. Don't go with the flow. Flow with the go. Go with the flow of the Jupiter Kazemi with the new moon. Those intentions that you sent, the seeds that you planted. Okay. Remember another thing that I said. Well, I said that. I think I said this last week, or I say it a lot, but you can't plant seeds and expect a tree the next day. Okay, remember a lot of these things, especially when you have Saturn, Neptune, and Aries in your third. Your third, it's like practice patience. Okay, practice patience because that's what's gonna help. Wax on, wax off. All right, it's all about being patient because that's coming up. Now, the other thing is, it does seem like there is gonna be something that happens here. Um, you're already there's it's you're going through transformation. That's a given, a big one with Mars and Virgo. And this card is actually attributed to Mars. It is a Gemini card, so there could be something here. Remember, swords are all about the mind and communication anyway. So what's going on up here? Is there something amazing and new that's come in, and now you've got to end something else, right? Because remember, out with the old, in with the new. That's still happening, all right? Especially now. So what is, and the other thing is, yeah, someone could be, there's just someone else involved for sure, 1000%. So the biggest thing, don't let anyone take your power, because it seems like it's like you being impacted by something that someone says to you or whatnot. You see the King of Pentacles here too. You see the Page of Pentacles down here, by the way. Remember I said there's going to be money stuff for you now. So there could be someone like an authority or a boss or something, even a father figure, something like that. That could just be, you've got to work with them for a little bit. Okay, remember this is a weekly reading. That's all it is, or a weekend. The 2 days that follow, right? So, that's people taking your power. You gotta wait. Okay, you gotta work with this energy. The other thing is, it could be you just being in your head about like these new changes and adapting to them. Go with the flow, flow with the go. Trust your intuition the most. All right, that's what's gonna carry you forward. You got Judgment in your crown. All right. So and then look, with that Page of Pentacles and the radio spread, yeah, you want something new. Again, just like last week. There's something, but this would be getting in your own way. And this would also be letting someone get in your way rather than knowing. Remember, it's all about that self-belief. You already have that. But if you're overthinking things, you're forgetting that you have it, right? So anyway, this is great. You have an archangel. You have Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. All right, this is in your crown. So there is a sense of like, again, what did I say? This rebirth, this revival, this regeneration. You see the same thing here. The blowing of the trumpet, waking the dead. There's that moment of clarity, the aha moment, that even spiritual awakening that you're having. You're going to be having it now. All right. Hear the blow of the trumpet. What did I talk about? Sound. This is the only card in tarot that has a connotation to sound. Sound is healing. Sound is therapy. Sound is frequency. Sound is vibration. What does it do? It raises the dead. That's how big this is. And now they're seeking a meaningful life experience. That's how powerful this is. Have that moment of clarity. What has to change? Yeah, the mindset. What has to change? Even your perspective on things. What has to change? Yeah. Page of Pentacles. You want something new. And you're going to have it. You're going to have it. You just have to, there's something up here. And even when you have that spiritual awakening, a lot of that the swords just kind of disappear. So, but anyway, this is great because you got the Page of Pentacles and the Rudier spread, and this is the Page of Pentacles. Pages are earthbound, so are Pentacles. This is double earth. So there's really something deep down inside. Like, yeah, I'm going to make this happen. Look at him. So compelled by that pentacle. And this page, he's the biggest student, right? You've got Saturn, Neptune, and Aries in your third. And you've got like Chiron there. You have a lot in your third, by the way, which is learning. It's learning. It's adapting. It's growing it's launching businesses. Like I said earlier, it's doing new things. It's being curious about trying new things. It's social media, internet. I told you, like, that's a big thing. Education, learning something new. But anyway, yeah, and remember, it can be something in your physical world, right? If it's not money, if you're not here for money, that's what Pentacles are. It's your physical realm. So there could be something like maybe even a relationship that you want to start, or something that you want to just take it for. It's all about that long term. Now, speaking of, you got the devil. There's something you've got to face here. Otherwise, it's just going to stay with you. Okay? That's all it is. And remember what I said. There's going to be a really big focus on partnerships and relationships. You've got the devil. You see the two people from the Lovers card here. And again, it doesn't have to be love if you're not here for love. It might be. It might be. It doesn't have to be. It's one-on-one. It could be your publicist or, Uber driver. It doesn't matter, right? Or your boss. Do you have a toxic boss? Is that why you don't want to face your toxic boss anymore? A colleague. That's the sixth house of work. You're blessed there. You have to remember, it's all about that self-belief and optimism, and everything's working out for you. But the two people are chained to the devil. So this is like bad behavior, bad, vices. But when you have this, it's like pessimistic thinking too. This is you telling yourself, I don't think this is gonna work out. But when you've got your hands over your face like that, you can't see. You got to have that awakening. You got to have something's got to up here. All right. And then you can avoid all this, but you can break free from the chains. You just have to know what the chains are. Okay. Because this is also like codependency. It's the devil card, right? So keep that in mind. A lot of it's going to be up here. Let's get to your stuff, Aquarius. Listen, and remember, this is for me as much as it is for you, me being an Aquarius. Anyway, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on, Team Aquarius. Let's talk. Actually, and I love you, but, yeah, okay. What I was going to say, actually, remember, Mercury will be squaring Chiron, so that's already happening. But then the devil is Capricorn, by the way, and Capricorn does rule your 12th, and that is the subconscious. So there is something here with the conscious and the subconscious. Okay, so there is something that it's almost like you're telling yourself something that's not real. Okay, that's what it is. It's almost like you're also trying to persuade yourself out of something that you can do, but so there's something you may have to confront here. You're protected, you're guided, you're protected, you're guided. Things are going to happen for you. Like your second archangel. Like when I say you're protected, okay? Have that intuition. Temperance is literally means self-restraint, right? So when I say practice patience, when I kept saying that because it kept coming up for me, there you go. Practice that patience, okay? Some things we're going to let that play out, right? That you've got to have that self-belief. And you now have Archangel Michael now saying, like, to you, hey, you're good. You're absolutely good. You're on a path. You're going to get to wherever you want to go to because I'm going to take you there, okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And so this is also like, remember, you also have that aspect with Pluto, Mercury opposite Pluto, where things can go to extremes. That's avoiding that. This is avoiding extremes. Look at the flow of the water. Look at that balance and that, like, there's a measurement here, but also awareness, being aware of the moment. You had temperance last week as well. And I pointed out the path leading to the crowned sun. Like, you're going to be fine. Just, this is all about foot in the water, foot in the land, right? What's possible, what's real, having that connection, but having that patience and self-belief and knowing you're going to get to wherever you want to go. It's all going to happen. Again, a lot of self-belief stuff here. You got the 4 of Pentacles in your external factors area. So yeah, you see the money stuff, right? So there really is new stuff happening for you. Okay. It's all about that structure, that's building those foundations, but also, like, as you move forward for your future, but also being that authority with Saturn. And there's another Capricorn card. This is actually Sun in Capricorn. And Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. You share Saturn with Capricorn, right? Saturn rules your traditional, but with these 2 Capricorn cards. So keep that in mind. Yeah. You got the Chariot. Yeah. All you want to do is just move. But you got to remember, there's
a lot holding you back up here. This is just boom, going after your dreams, right? Nothing's stopping you now. That's willpower, right? The chariot actually is Cancer. You've got Jupiter and the Sun in Cancer, right? The Hermit, interesting, right? The Hermit is attributed to Virgo. And so you've got Mars and Virgo in your eighth. You got to go deep to have that transformation. So this is being not afraid to go deep, doing the even like soul searching, like really going deep. And that is the eighth house, like I said, all right? That where you have Mars. And the eighth house can be psychological. Yeah. It's Scorpio ruled. It's, all of that. So there's something here where you have to go really deep and have that self belief. And it's like you're just being really hard on yourself. But this is going to help. This is going to help. The going deep is going to help because the Hermit's all about wisdom. It's like you have made a lot of accomplishments, but there's just something here where it's like there's something in the path of your future, and it almost feels like it's you, right? It's almost like you telling yourself you're not good enough or this can't happen, all because maybe one thing maybe went a little bit sideways, or do you know what I mean? Like, but no, it's like what this is the luckiest new moon, right? You want to play those, like things will happen for you. I'll clarify some things for you. All right. What do you want clarified? You tell me. I'm talking to a camera. We'll do the Nine of Swords. All right. There you go. You got the Three of Wands. So yeah, there's just again, it can be, and listen, it is a lot of, Pluto in your sign, a lot of air. Anyway, you got I call this the green light card. It's like, you're ready to go. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm ready to go explore. I'm ready to leave my comfort zone. It's all sky. The sky's the limit. There's your self-belief. There's your action that you're taking. There's that leader energy. Starting something new. 3 is a vibration of the Empress. And this card actually is attributed to Aries. It is Sun in Aries. You have Saturn and Neptune in Aries in your 3rd of launching new things and doing new things and going forth. Communication is a big thing. So yeah, I'll do the devil too. And then you have your buddy, the King of Swords. Use that sword. That's a lot of power. The King of Swords has a lot of power. Remember, that's that leadership energy. What a far cry from the Nine of Swords to the future. You have the King of Swords, where you're sitting in that throne. You're the authority. You're the decision maker. You're on top of your decisions. He's a member of Mensa. This is genius energy. All right? Knowing when to strike, when to plan, strategizing, but also clever. The only king that looks directly at you. He's got nothing to hide. He's faced all his truths. He's honest with himself. Yeah? About things that are happening, okay? And so when you break free, you got so much power. And yeah, there's something that you can sign. It's swords, it's communication. He's you. King of Swords is you. That's Aquarius. So you're actually good. Again, these are just telling me that there may be something here where you may be getting in your own way by overthinking, overanalyzing, because of a lot of these fresh new energies and it's almost like there's this new you that's already emerging, but then you take a step back. If you do that, take a step back to look at the view of all these opportunities that you're about to have. All right. So things are actually really great. Just don't overthink things and let the things go that you have to, because there's going to be things come up. Mars is going to push things up in your 8th house, our 8th house. All right. And again, that can go really deep. So things may come up that you may have to confront. And even when you have Venus with the nodes, right? Even with the South node, there may be something there, like someone from the past coming back. It's the South node. It's the past. So maybe a partnership, maybe something with money, maybe something with, it's just something that you have to confront. Once you break free, there's your freedom. Uranus, right? You've got Mercury sextile Uranus. There's your freedom. Uranus is all about freedom. And then that's really great. Okay. So anyway, oh my gosh. Okay. Aquarius, thanks so much. You're going to be fine. You can tell you're going to be good. Again, just try not. A lot of this, and this could be with another person too, that maybe like when you have the King of Pentacles and that Four of Pentacles in your external factors area, yeah, there can be something here with like stability, foundation building, as well as with money matters as well. Someone that's a little like not seeing eye to eye with you. Okay. But remember, you got to practice that patience. You've got a lot on your side here. All right. Okay, fine. I'll clarify that Four of Pentacles too. Look at that. Like I can't even don't. Okay. Just don't. Look at that. Just, it really is. There maybe if something comes up, don't overanalyze it. What did I say from the very beginning? Things are going to come up. Confront it. All right. So you can leave it in the past. And then now you have the Ace of Swords. You're good. You're good. That's all you are. You're good. You see that you are good. It's just this. So try not to go to extremes when you're conversing with people or thinking. And also don't be hard on yourself. All right. Things are going to play out, and it is the and you can even see there's your big breakthrough. There's the sword pointing straight to the heavens, to the cosmos, to the divine, connecting with that. You see the crown. This is victory. It's the ace, new cycle, new beginning anyway. This contract agreement, there's something here. But there just maybe someone, because you have partnership energy, they're one-on-one, you just may not see eye to eye with for a little bit. You got to wait it out. Look at this. You got that big old breakthrough. You got all the power. You're moving forward. You got the sun. You got this. You're actually really good. Look at all these major, you're good. It's going to be a significant week. It's going to be a big week. Anyway. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. Yeah. And in the second spread, we're going to do a spread just on the new moon. I'm going to isolate that. And then the luckiest day of the year. I'm going to pull a card. We'll take a look. See what the cards got to say. Aquarius. Y'all crack me up. Stop it. All right. Now, anyway, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. Thank you. And anyway, let's do this. The other thing, next week, July 2025, buckle up. Your ruling planet is changing signs, Aquarius. Our sign. Or for us. Anyway, what? I'm going to let you go. All right. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.